everybody, how are you all doing today? Welcome back to Mama's Kitchen. Today I want to show you how I make my buns. Buns is one of the most popular snacks in Nigeria and it's eaten by almost everybody. So today I just want to show you my own recipe and how I go about making this wonderful snack. Okay, here in this bowl I have 3 cups of flour. This is the cup I use. I have 3 cups of flour in here. I'm going to be using some baking powder, nutmeg. Here I have 3 eggs and I'm using 1 egg for each cup. Here is 3 spoons of melted butter. I'm going to be using about a half cup of milk, sugar, vanilla extract, which is optional, and salt. So let's get in the kitchen and make this happen. Okay, I'm going to start the mixing of this snack. So like I said before, this is 3 cups of flour. I'm going to be mixing all the dry ingredients first, and then I'll add the liquid ingredients. So here in this flour, I'm going to be adding my sugar, and I'm going to add 3 spoons of sugar. 1, 2. Sugar depends on your taste anyway. You may want to use more or less. It all depends on you. But for this measurement of flour, I'm going to be using 3 spoons of sugar. And then for my nutmeg, I'm going to just use a pinch of nutmeg. And this is the measurement for a pinch. Because you don't want too much nutmeg in your buns. So that's a pinch of nutmeg. And I'm going to add my baking powder. I'm going to just use half a spoon of baking powder. I'm sorry. All these spoons are all kinds of good. I got it. So this is half a spoon of baking powder. And that's it for my dry ingredients. So now I'm going to mix them all up. So I'm mixing up all the dry ingredients, the baking powder, the nutmeg, the sugar, and I forgot to add my salt. I'm sorry. So for salt, I'm also going to put a dash of salt. And here it is. So be careful if you don't have it measured out already. So this is my salt, and I'm going to just mix everything up. Make sure you mix it thoroughly. Make sure everything is mixed up. So after mixing it this way, I'm going to add my milk now. I told you I'm going to use 3 cups of milk. Well, with buns, some people add water to their buns, but I don't add water. If I have milk, I just use milk. And sometimes, like today, I'm going to just use like more than a cup. So like I said, I added a cup of milk because I don't have water. I'm just adding a little bit to make sure I really have a cup, because I added the other one before. So I have a cup of milk in here, and you still go ahead mixing it. So I was telling you why I don't add milk, add water, because I don't want it to be too watery. So if I see that it is thick, I mean if I notice it's too thick, then I can now add water. But when I have enough measurement of milk, I don't bother with water. It depends on your choice anyway. The way I'm looking at this, I may have to add a little bit of water. So now I'm adding my melted butter. And after that, I'm going to add my 3 eggs. You may want to mix your eggs before you pour them in. To me, it doesn't really matter. I can mix it before, after. And sometimes too, people mix the whole wet ingredients, liquid ingredients together. But it all depends on how you want to do it. This is how I saw my mother doing it when I was young, when I was still at home. So that's the method I always use. And then finally, I'm going to add my vanilla extract, and I'm going to be using half teaspoon of vanilla. Half teaspoon of vanilla extract. and I'm still mixing. At a point you have to use your hand though, but right now I'm still going to use this spatula to mix until I start using my hand. This is just to start the initial mixing. You see, with buns is always the best way to get your buns right is to not to put a lot of liquids in it, because buns is not supposed to be as watery as puff puff. Buns is always more thick than puff puff. So now I'm going to use my hand to thoroughly mix it. Because like I said before, buns is not like puff puff. It doesn't need to be watery. Some people even mix their buns thicker than this. So that's why I avoid putting water. Once I have milk, I don't add too much water. I don't add water at all. So make sure you mix it thoroughly. Sorry, I should have put a napkin under that under this mixing bowl, but it's okay. I can't do that right now. So mix it thoroughly. Mix, mix, mix. Make sure everything is incorporated into the flour. Make sure the eggs, everything is mixed up. That's why I'm doing this. People sometimes use the stick, wooden stick to mix, but I use my hand because your hands will get everything together better than using a wooden stick or a spatula. So this is what you want. See, it's not light and it's not too thick. That's the texture you want for your buns. So now I've finished mixing everything. And buns is not like puff puff that you leave for a while to, you know, rise or do something. With buns, you fry it right away, because buns already is ready as soon as you finish mixing. The only waiting time with my buns is putting my oil and letting my oil heat up. So right now everything is fried, mixed up, and I'm ready to fry this delicious buns. Okay, so I finished mixing the buns, and now I'm getting ready to fry. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you about the vegetable oil for frying. So that escaped my mind. So we're gonna use vegetable oil to fry this buns. In the pot, just pour in a lot of vegetable oil, just as much as can, you know, be deep enough for the frying. You don't want the buns to be fried in a shallow pot with no oil at all. So put as much oil as you want, and please don't let your heat to be too hot. Your heat should just be on medium, because if it's too hot, then the buns is going to burn at the back and then will not be cooked inside. So always make sure that your oil, your stove is on medium. It doesn't need too much heat. Okay, that's what I'm trying to let you know. Okay, so I'm just waiting for this oil to heat up before I fry. Okay guys, I think this oil is ready, but I'm going to check. Whenever you're frying buns, make sure you have a bowl of water. This is for you to rinse your hand after each after each time you put the buns in the oil, because you don't want your hand all messy and then looking all nasty and the whole place dirty and things dripping up and down. So I always leave a bowl of water like this just for my hands. So I'm gonna see if this is ready. To check if it is ready, just put a little in the water, in the oil, and you see it's not ready. So whenever you see it at the bottom like this, the oil is not ready. You just have to wait until the oil is ready. If the oil is not ready and you start frying, you're not gonna get a good buns. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know that. So I guess the oil should be ready now. So let me put the second one in. Yeah, the oil is ready. The oil is ready. And be careful not to overstock your pot. So I'm just going to stop at this point and wait for the oil. And please try as much as possible to turn. See, I was late in turning this one because I had to wash off my hand. But it's okay, it doesn't really matter. One thing about buns that I like is just the spooky sides. It's not as smooth as puff, you know. That's the sweetness of buns. So we're just gonna let it fry, and you constantly turn to avoid burning. And also, don't be in a haste to take it off the oil, because sometimes buns takes more time to cook in the inside. So you just have to be patient and wait for it to fry. Let me just take this out. This should be ready. This is ready. So when they are golden brown like this, you start taking them out. You don't want it to overburn. To me, this is actually trying to get overburned. That's it. And so guys, this is it. This is the buns. This is how you make your Nigerian buns. When you make buns like this and you open the inside, you should be able to be crunchy on the outside and very soft on the inside with no oil. Buns doesn't have oil like puff puff. So thank you so much for watching me. Thank you for your support. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe, and you can also like and share my videos. Thank you so much. Bon appetit and ciao ciao.